bathroom during the play?
Good question. Let's see. Oh, it says here that if we need to use the restroom during the show, to please exit by the back left door. So again, we don't disturb the good people in.
Is that the little door of the corner?
Yes, that's the one. Oh, and one more thing. There should be a 20-minute intermission between the two acts. So be prepared to take a break in the middle, okay? And that's it. Let's get this show started.
Good day to you all, good folk, and welcome to Sherwood Forest. This is a place of lore and legend, a place which the most famous characters of all time came to call home. Characters of virtue, characters of strength, characters such as Robin Hood and his merry men.
Oh, merry men, my heart is full of grief, weighs heavy upon my soul. You gaze on one whose brightest light has been snuffed by the dark blanket of gloom. There's nothing left for me but sorrow and despair. Play the jack. Stands before you a man who suffers from the anguish of unrequited love. There are no means to describe my agony, merry men, except to say I have the boo-hoos.
Oh no, not the boo-hoos!
Yes, I know you're shocked. I realize great characters of literature rarely get the boo-hoos, but I have them today. My one and only love, Lady Marian, is lost to me forever. How can I go on? Soon she will wed that incomparable bad guy, the Sheriff of Nottingham. And from then on, merry men, life will have no meaning. Once she marries him, he and the prince will conspire to control all the land. Oh, what to do?
Well, first you could explain to the good folk who the sheriff and the prince are.
Well, yes, I suppose I could. Gentle folk, our beloved England was once ruled by a great sovereign, King Richard the Lion-Hearted.
Long live the king!
Our courageous king left us to fight in the Crusades. In his absence, we have been ruled by his rotten, sinister, and not at all nice brother, the evil Prince John.
Boo hiss! Boo hiss!
You see, Prince John wanted to be crowned king. Since King Richard has been gone for more than 2 years, law decrees that Prince John may take the crown if he is elected by another member of the royal family.
But Robin, the only other royal is the fair Lady Marian. She hates the prince and would never dream of letting him become king. She wishes him only skin rashes.
True, Scarlet, but acting as ruler, law decrees that the evil Prince John
Boo hiss! Boo hiss!
may give dear Marian's hand in marriage to a suitor of his choice. His choice is the Sheriff of Nottingham. As we all know, the Sheriff of Nottingham is, well, he's a worm. The man's a worm. A slimy, slithering little worm. You just want to squash him flat with your foot and then scrape him off your shoe. Anyway, once the sheriff marries Marian, he will instantly become royalty, thus giving the sheriff the power to allow Prince John to be king. And what a grim day for all it will be. The prince's greed knows no limits. Why, the prince isn't even king yet, and he's already raised taxes sky high.
No!
Closed schools and orphanages.
No!
And most despicable of all, stop the sale of Girl Scout cookies.
Oh no! Not that! Even chocolate Thin Mints, Robin?
Yes, Scarlet, even those.
Merciful heaven, help us!
I'll say, I can see banishing the lemon creams because, hey, let's face it, who buys them anyway? But no more Thin Mints? Why, I would indeed rebel against that.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, I'm the townsgirl.
I see. And what exactly is it that you do?
Well, I hang around the town, hence the name Townsgirl. This isn't rocket science here.
Oh, how productive. Then may I ask, what are you doing here? If you haven't noticed, this is the forest.
Well, yes, I know, but I just thought I'd hang around here and help you tell the story.
That's quite nice, but to be honest with you, we don't need your help. Please leave.
Well, fine. I was going to introduce the scene where you first met Lady Marian, but hey, you don't need me. Introduce your own flashback.
Flashback? Oh, Robin, please. You know how we love a good flashback.
It's really getting on my nerves. Oh, very well. If you must do a flashback, get on with it.
All right, I'll do it. But as soon as this flashback's for it again, I'm out of here. Ms. Technical Director, good day to you, Ms. Some flashback atmosphere, if you please.
Flashback!
Stop it!
You see, good folk, Robin Hood robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. Now, we all know it's wrong to steal, but it was Prince John who stole the good people of England's money first. The money that Robin and his men would take from the rich countrymen would buy food and clothes for starving families. It was the only way the poor people could survive. And even though I think Robin Hood is one outlaw with an attitude problem, he is the champion of those less fortunate. On this day I take you to now, Robin came across one of the richest and most powerful men in the country.
I can't believe our carriage is stuck in the mud. I am sorry to make you carry that chest, Marion, my dear, but with the recent series of robberies, I thought it best not to leave it where it may encounter unwanted hands. But fear not, I shall find a way out of this dark and creepy forest.
I think it's quite a warm and friendly place. Halt! Surrender your money to me, please.
I do say we're being mugged. How warm and friendly.
Well, at least you said please. I do think manners count for something.
Thank you, my lady.
Marion, I believe we're in the company of the notorious outlaw Robin Hood.
In the flesh.
And you alone plan on ridding me of my riches? Aha!
You seem to be outnumbered, sir.
Why, Sheriff, this must be Robin Hood's band of married men.
That's married men, my lady. Let me assure you, charming lady, we are all quite single.
Why, I don't even got me of a boyfriend.
And what a shock that is.
Now, if you don't mind, dear guests, your treasures, please.
And with that, he snatched the bag of gold from the sheriff. Aha! And gently took the chest of jewels from the Lady Marion.
Of course.
I won't get away with this, you scoundrel. This gold belongs to His Royal Highness.
Are you speaking of the evil Prince John?
Boo hiss! Boo hiss! That's your opinion. Yes, it is his gold you robbed.
Then it is with all the more pleasure that I lighten your load of this tarnished gold.
Hasn't anyone ever taught you that stealing is wrong?
I don't consider this stealing, dear lady. I'm merely returning it to those from whom it was taken, because of sheer greed from ones like the prince and sheriff. People young and old are starving. Children cry, frightened, cold, and hungry. This gold will feed them, clothe them, and ease their pain.
Sheriff, does Robin Hood speak the truth?
Marion, my dear, someday you will learn that good money is wasted on the poor.
Oh, you gross little fever blister! I loathe and despise you! Sir, forgive me, will you? I knew not of the vast suffering of my country. And rest assured that upon my return to the kingdom, I shall set forth to contact the king and tell him of these unspeakable acts against his people. This I promise you with all my heart.
Marion, do you realize what you're saying is treason against the prince?
It is not I who have committed treason. Do not keep the poor waiting any longer, gallant fugitive. Go now. But before you do, I have one more treasure for your coffers. My mother gave me this ring before she died. It would serve her memory well if you use it for your just and noble cause.
And it was at this very moment that Robin Hood and the Lady Marion fell in love.
Wow. You're the most gracious lady in all the land. I promise you, dear lady, we shall meet again. It is time to set forth on our mission, merry men. Would you like to help me in my quest to aid the needy men of Sherwood?
Sure would.
Very well then, scatter!
Ah! Marion, I'm appalled by your actions. How could you betray His Highness in this manner? Ah! Robin Hood is England's arch enemy?
No, it is you and the prince who are the arch enemies of England. Your time is not long here, Sheriff. The king will hear of your deeds.
And dear girl, the prince shall hear of yours.
And that's how it all happened. When the sheriff and Lady Marian returned to the kingdom, Marian made good with her promise. She tried to reach King Richard, but to no avail. Needless to say, the evil Prince John
Boo hiss, boo hiss.
was not at all happy with the recent turn of events. When he heard of Marian's allegiance to Robin Hood, he was swift to engage her to the sheriff, thus securing his position. And this takes us out of the flashback and back into present time. And so, my friends, it seems my job is finished here. I'm going back to town, where I'm appreciated. I do hope we see each other again. Farewell.
Oh, Scarlet, what to do? What to do?
Maybe I can go to town, see if there's any news. Our problem lies there.
Yes, Scarlet, be swift on your journey and bring me back news of my dear Lady Marian.
Right away, boss.
Little, you must devise a plan to save the Lady Marian before she is forced to marry the sheriff. Any ideas, oh quick and clever colleague?
Why don't we tunnel into the castle?
How do you propose we tunnel without the prince and his guards seeing us?
We tunnel from here?
The castle is 70 miles away. By the time we get there, bulldozers will be invented.
It was just a thought.
Any other suggestions?
Yes, I have another one.
Then speak, oh Claude.
Why don't we stage a fake fire drill, and when they all run out, we run in? Better yet, let's knock the door and say we are selling Amway.
Oh right, who's gonna let in an Amway salesman? Behold what happens when you drop out of school.
Excuse me. I don't mean to be a bother, but I noticed you're having some difficulty getting out of this scene. Might I be of some assistance?
Please.
Oh, my pleasure. Miss Technical Director, sweep us to another place in this fair land. As Robin Hood and his merry men brainstormed to figure out a plan to rescue Lady Marian, the sheriff and the prince had been devising a plan of their own. You see, the prince had taken care of the situation of Marian, but he still had to deal with the problem of Robin Hood. Well, if you thought the sheriff was nasty, just wait until you meet Prince John. Come with me, good folk, as we witness evil in the making.
And you mean to tell me that Robin Hood intends to lavish the undeserving poor with my royal riches?
Yes, sir, that's exactly what I mean to say.
Doesn't he realize the poor will just waste the money on something stupid like food?
Feeding the poor, your highness, is exactly Robin's intention.
What a fool he is. Two things happen when you feed the poor. Number one, you waste good money. Number two, you end up with porky poor people. Money has greater uses in life than feeding the poor.
He also plans on buying them clothes as well.
Clothes? He wants to buy them clothes. Is the man mad? Have you ever seen a poor person's taste in clothing? They mix burlap with rags and the result is simply a fashion disaster. Do you know that that money Robin Hood stole from me was to go to something really important? A diamond-studded weather vane for the castle.
How shall you ever get along without it?
I don't know. Thanks to Robin Hood, I shall be weather vaneless. And the country will be riddled with poorly apparelled, porky poor people. How disheartening. Sheriff, is there nothing to be done to stop this ruffian?
He's quite hard to keep track of, your highness. The forest is so vast that it's impossible to try to find him.
Well, then maybe we could find some way to bring him out into the open, to us.
Impossible! Everything the man wants or needs is in that forest.
Come now, surely there must be something Robin Hood wants that doesn't grow on a tree.
I want you to know that I sent every carrier pigeon in England to reply to with my message to the king. You will hear of your treachery and then you will pay. I wish you both running noses.
Your Highness, I don't think she grew on a tree.
Oh, Sheriff, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Ha. Yes, but how? How shall we do this?
I've got it. We'll hold an archery tournament.
Nice.
The winner will receive Lady Marion's hand in marriage and 1,000 gold pieces.
Even better.
No doubt Robin Hood will enter. He can win the woman he loves and help the porky poor people at the same time. He won't be able to resist. I'll send my messages to every inch of the country. Word will be sure to reach the outlaw and his men. And the best part is we don't even have to worry about him winning. As we all know, you are the best archer in all the land. You have a perfect record, never to have been beaten by anyone.
It's a gift.
This is perfect. This is brilliant. Oh, I love me.
Your Highness, I just ask one thing as reward for my actions.
Name it, oh faithful sheriff.
I want Robin Hood present at the wedding. I want him in chains, watching me marry his love, completely helpless to stop it. Then after we cut the cake,
Yes?
I want Robin Hood beheaded. You might say it's a surprise wedding gift for the bride. Wish me a runny nose, will she?
Oh, sheriff. How positively ghastly. A beheading. I like it. Oh, you and I are a fine team. Robin Hood will come out of hiding. He'll be captured. You will marry Marion. I will dethrone my brother Richard, become king, and England will be ours to rule as we wish. The people of England will do as we command or die. Oh, what a fun place to live this shall be. Oh, joy! Oh, elation! Oh, goody!
Pretty dramatic, huh? I do say those are two nasty people. So, we return again to Sherwood Forest, where Robin and his merry men were still figuring out a plan to rescue Lady Mary.
No, wait, and then get this. This is really good. We show up with champagne, balloons, and this big fake check for $1 million. And tell him he's just one of Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes and
Stop it! Just stop it. Don't think of a plan. I'll think of a plan. Just don't think of a plan.
Robin, I've just come from the kingdom. Little Bookie!
Have you news for me, Scarlet?
Have I ever? Look,
Men, listen! His Royal Highness hereby decrees an archery tournament shall take place 1 week from this Saturday. The winner shall receive 1,000 pieces of gold in the hand of Lady Marion in marriage. Entries must be postmarked by Sunday, void where prohibited by law. Merry men, I have a plan. I shall enter this archery tournament. No doubt I shall win, for as we all know, I'm the best archer in the land. I shall win the tournament, marry Lady Marion, and give the gold to the poor.
dear Robin, what a great plan.
Yes, I thought you'd like it. Now there's work to be done. First, I must practice my archery, for after all, even someone who's the very best must work hard and practice every day to stay that way. Did you all get that? Good. Let the training begin.
Begin training now, Robin? But it's pitch black. It's 10:30 at night.
What better time to begin than now? Scarlet! Hurry to yon hawthorn, I say unto you, hence be my herald, hasten hither. Haste makes waste, for henceforth lies hereafter. Hither and yon is but hence hitherto. So hereby hindrance shall make a heedless hazard. So be not heathen, hurry hero, and hasten hither, hence, huzzah!
I have no idea what you just said.
Do you see that tree over there?
Yeah?
Stick this on it.
Thank you. Why couldn't you just said that in the first place?
Excuse me, it's called the art of language. Little, my bow and arrow. Now watch as I strike a bullseye for justice.
Robin practiced morning, noon, and night. And as the men were soon to find out, his aim was much better morning and noon than it was at night.
Ah!
Scarlet, are you all right?
Fine, boss. I always wanted to get my ear pierced.
Well then, glad to be of help. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Oh, I'll get the Mondays.
Yes, Robin was indeed the best archer in the land during the day. But as the days passed, he could not help but wonder how worried his dear Marion must be with the recent turn of events.
You know, as the days pass, I cannot help but think how worried my dear Marion must be with the recent turn of events.
He thought he should go to her and reassure her that he will win the tournament and everyone will live happily ever after.
You know, I think I should go to her and reassure her that I will win the tournament and everyone will live happily ever after.
Robin, I don't think you're getting the whole concept of the narrator here, are you? You see, the point of me telling the audience these things is so you don't have to.
Yes, but that would give you more lines than me. And as we all know, this play is called The Somewhat True Tale of Robin Hood, not The Somewhat True Tale of the Townsgirl. This isn't rocket science here. Now, if you will, have your technical friend take us to the Lady Marion.
Of course, sir. Miss Technical Director, if you please, transport my valiant friend and his enormous ego to the chamber of Lady Marion.
I don't have an enormous ego. I just happen to know that I'm the most important person in this play.
But try this on. You look lovely, my lady.
Who cares? Soon I'm about to marry a festering wart. That'll make me Mrs. Festering Wart. Then he and I shall festering little warts. On our mailbox it will say, The Warts. And our Christmas cards will be signed, Brightest holiday greetings from the Wart family. So who cares how I look? I have nothing to live for.
Somebody's cranky. Why, Lady Marion? A message has just arrived for you. Arrow mail. Get it? Boy, when you're having a bad hair day, the whole world suffers.
Please do read it, lady.
As you wish. His Royal Highness hereby decrees an archery tournament shall take place 1 week from this Saturday. The winner shall receive 1,000 pieces of gold in the hand of Lady Marion in marriage.
What? Let me see that.
This is wonderful. You may not have to marry that sheriff from Nottingham after all.
Don't let this deceive you, lady. This is just a scheme by the evil Prince John.
Boo hiss, boo hiss.
Now he can justify my hand in marriage to the sheriff. The sheriff is by far the best archer in all the land. His record is perfect. He's never been beaten by anyone. Nothing has changed. I'm still doomed.
Why, Lady Marion? There's a robin on the windowsill.
Why, look! It's Robin Hood, bold and courageous desperado of Sherwood, and reputable defender of the underfed.
Well, I see we're into titles.
Oh, lady, would you please stand watch outside my door? If the good outlaw Robin Hood were to be found in my chamber, there could be an unpleasant situation.
Oh, I see how it is. As soon as you're in a good mood, then you have a job for me elsewhere.
So, Robin, how art thou?
Very well, and how art thou?
Oh, I art fine. Well, actually, I'm about to become Mrs. Wart. But aside apart from that, I are fine.
Good. Did you receive my message?
That was from you?
Yes, good news to you, no doubt.
Oh, don't let this fool you, Robin. This is just a scheme to deceive the people of England. The sheriff is the best archer in the land. He will win, and I will be condemned to marry him. All is black, and my dreams once bright now spiral into the murky abyss of misery, despondency, and tragic woe. But thanks for asking anyway.
My dear damsel in distress, you have been deceived. The sheriff is indeed a master archer, but only the second best in all the land. Stands before you the winner of the tournament and your future husband.
You, the best archer in all the land?
Well, Marion, I am not a person who likes to brag. But when it comes to archery, there is no man better than me. Why, I can split a pea on the back of a flea 500 feet away, as long as it's during daylight.
Can this be? Is there hope for happiness yet?
Yes, my love, 'tis true, there is hope for happiness yet.
Lady Marion!
Timing, dear girl, you must work on your timing.
But this is urgent. Robin's been seen. The sheriff and the guards are searching the castle, and they're headed this way. Oh, what shall we do?
Robin, if you are found, it will be certain death for us all.
Whoa! Wait just a fortnight. Nobody said anything about death when I took this job.
Lady, please, there's no time. Keep watch at the door. Quick, Robin, to the window.
I knew this was going to happen. Did I listen to my parents and go to law school? No! I had to be a big shot working at the castle.
Oh no, the guards are below!
This is going to be an unpleasant situation. Thanks to you, I'm going to be floating in a moat somewhere.
Are you quite finished?
I'm just getting started.
Marion, I must find a place to hide.
Lady Marion, the sheriff is one chamber over. Oh, my heart is giving out.
Something tells me in playing hide and seek, this is not the first room one chooses.
Lady Marion, the sheriff approaches. Oh, I'm dying.
Quick, Robin, step behind here.
What's that, Grandma? Come towards the light.
Lady, help!
All right, Marion. Where is he?
Doesn't thou knowest enough to knock? What would thou brought up in? A barn?
Don't play coy with me, Marion. I'm on to your tricks. That blackguard Robin Hood has been seen about the castle. My sources say he was scaling the wall to your window.
I have no idea what you mean, you walking, talking skin abrasion.
Why on earth do you insist on protecting him? Please, what could you possibly see in that loser? I mean, think about it. He's completely uncivilized. The man lives in the woods, and his entire social circle consists of field mice and ticks. However, you'd be quite right with someone like me, sweet. You'd have wealth beyond your grandest dreams. But taking up with the likes of Robin Hood would mean you'd have to live a life below you. You'd be one of the vile and the worthless poor, and they're not fit to be spat upon by someone of our stature. That did it! Help!
So, the poor are not fit for you to spit upon? For shame, it's evil hearts like yours to keep the poor in the throes of their deep oppression.
Robin, I think this would play much better if you lose the veil.
All right, thank you. How dare you make fun of those less fortunate than you? It is no crime to be poor, but it is a crime to be a thief. You and the prince took away their money, and then you took away their homes, and now you mock them? It is what's inside a person's heart that really matters. One person is no better than another merely because they have money. Did you all get that? Good.
Enough of your nonsense! Arrest him!
Aha!
Sabat, he's got a spoon!
Yes, and I have a knife. May I suggest you surrender, sir? We wouldn't want things to get messy, would we?
Robin, don't worry about me! Escape and continue your crusade for the poor!
Oh, you're a sappy one, aren't you? Arrest him!
What goes on here?
We have an unwelcome visitor, Your Highness.
Can it be? Why, it is Robin Hood, felon, lawbreaker, and partisan of the poorly apparelled poor people. Well, dear fellow, it looks as though we're about to defeat your little crusade for the underprivileged now, doesn't it?
You've only won the battle, sir, not the war.
You're not going to be in a condition to battle anyone. Guards, take Robin Hood to the Dungeon of Demise! Sheriff, have you any suggestions as to the torture for a criminal the likes of him?
I say whip him.
Too nice.
Brand him with irons.
Too nice.
Cut out his tongue.
Messy. And too nice. Oh, I've got it.
Your Highness, you don't mean...
Yes. Let's see how our gallant hero can stand up to the age-old question of, what does the fox say?
I hate you.
No! Please, not that!
Your heart is black.
Oh, thank you.
No! Please, wait! You cannot do this! What would my life be without Robin Hood? There'd be no sunshine, but there'd be no morning. There'd be no dreams come true, but there'd be no stars to wish upon. Happiness would be just a memory. I tell you, sir, spare him, and you spared my heart and my soul. Please, please, I beg you, don't take him away. No!
All right, enough. Brilliantly played, Miriam, but your pleas fall on deaf ears. Have someone posted outside that door at all times. I want to make sure she stays where she belongs.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff, I want you to be personally in charge of the torture and demise of Robin Hood.
Why, Your Highness, you're too kind.
Consider it part of the festivities for your bachelor party. I usually have to pay for a present.
Guard, start the torture immediately. And after his brain is turned to jello, tie him up, stuff him in a sack, and throw him in the river. Now, take this trash out of here. Don't cry too hard, my dear. I don't want to have a puffy-eyed bride.
Monster! May unsightly dandruff curse your head in the heads of those who love you! Oh, my poor Robin! What a ghastly fate he faces! And here am I, left captive in my own chamber, unable to help him! Oh, is there anything that can be done to save him?
Lady Marian, forgive me for being so bold, but I think I might be of some assistance.
I don't mean to be rude, but who on earth are you?
I'm the townsgirl.
Townsgirl. Oh yes, you're that lovely lady from the flashback.
Yes, that's me.
How lovely to see you again.
Thank you.
Good townsgirl. Is there anything that can be done to save my Robin?
Yes, I shall go to Sherwood Forest and tell the merry men that Robin has been captured. Together, we will devise a plan to rescue him.
A worthy thought. But alas, there is not enough. Sherwood Forest is over 70 miles away. By the time you get there and back, it will be too late.
Not necessarily. Tell me, have you ever heard of fade out and segue to the next scene?
I can't say that I have.
Well, it's this wonderful effect that I can achieve with the help of my friend, Ms. Technical Director.
I don't see anyone.
Trust me, she's out there. With her help, I can be transported to Sherwood Forest in a flash. Then, in another flash, we'll be on our way to rescue Robin.
Splendid. Good townsgirl. Waste not another moment of precious time. You and your fine friend get to work.
Thank you, my lady.
No, thank you.
Miss Technical Director, if you please, do that voodoo that you do so well.
Oh, this is so exciting! I've never faded out before!
Come with me, good folk, as we return again to Sherwood Forest. I will tell the merry men of Robin's capture, and then Miss Technical Director and I will lead them to our hero and save the day. My journey was swift, and I was amongst the trees in no time.
Could have been a teacher. Could have been a stockbroker. Even retail is better than this. I forgot to fade. Bye.
Merry men, your attention, please. What's with the earrings?
Evening target practice.
Robin hasn't quite perfected his aim in the black of night yet.
If you think we look funny, you should see the horses.
Townsgirl, our leader Robin Hood hasn't returned, and we're worried something terrible has happened to him. Do you have any news?
I do. Robin Hood has been captured and imprisoned in the Dungeon of Demise!
What a horrible place the Dungeon of Demise is.
I'll say it's worse than DMV.
And there, he may face a most horrible fate if we don't help him. Merry men, we must begin our quest to fade out and segue to the castle.
Yes, we must band together to save our boss, Robin Hood.
I hope we will reach him in time. It's too little, Jane, but who knows? It may already be too late. Men, huddle together. Miss Technical Director, with truth and justice at your side, take us to our hero, Robin Hood.
Prince John and the sheriff will not defeat me. I will escape. Then I will save the Lady Marian and rescue the poor. I can do this because I'm good. And because I'm good, I will not be beaten. There is nothing in this world that can stop me.
What does the fox say?
Oh no!
What the fox say?
That's it!
What the fox say? Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. What the fox
Wow, this was too cool.
I'll say I like fading out much better than flashing back.
No way. Flashbacks are much better than fading out.
I not.
R2.
I know.
R2.
I know.
R2.
I know.
To our task at hand.
Look, it's the Dungeon of Demise. Townsgirl, where is our fearless leader?
Over here. I think I hear something. Robin Hood of Sherwood Forest, are you in there?
What does the fox say? He's bonkers.
Boss, can you hear me? Robin, it's me, Scarlet.
That a fox? Snap out of it so you can battle the sheriff and the evil Prince John!
Boo hiss, boo hiss. Snap out of it so you can combat tyranny and injustice.
Snap out of it so you can restore integrity to the throne.
Snap out of it so you can reopen them all! Okay, where do you buy your tides then?
Robin, you must save the poor from suffering and starvation.
The poor, they're starving. I must help the poor.
And Lady Marian.
Yes, I must save the poor and Lady Marian from certain doom. I must prevail and set this land free from dictatorship. I can do this because I am good. I am the ultimate hero!
Guess who just found his ego?
Yes, Townsgirl, he's truly pompous. Our leader is back!
Hooray!
Yes, thank you. Huzzah, huzzah! Now, get me out of here.
But, Roman, the wars are complete. How can we free you?
Townsgirl, is your director friend still out there somewhere?
Yes, Robin, she is.
Splendid. Stand by, good lady. Merry men, gather round. You must all listen very carefully. I have a plan.
And then the motorcycle. And then the car horn.
Get it? Got it. Good. Would you like to help me as I set my ingenious plan to work, men of Sherwood?
Sure would.
Very well then. Scatter.
Gee, Robin, what a great plan.
Yes, I thought you'd like it. Little, I'm out.
Oh.
Merry men, we must hurry back to Sherwood Forest. I must prepare for the archery tournament tomorrow.
Hooray!
I must be in tip-top shape to win the gold for the poor in the hand of Lady Marian in marriage.
Hooray!
Therefore, I must practice all day.
Hooray!
And I must practice all night.
Oh,
Again.
my ears can't take this.
Soon, this nightmare will be over and England will be safe again. Are you ready, merry men?
Ready, Robin?
Very well then, scatter!
And as Robin and his men headed back to Sherwood Forest, plans were being made for the social event of the decade. The sheriff and the prince were quite confident they had everything well under control. They thought wrong. As you will soon see, they were not expecting some surprise news from the Lady Mary.
Sheriff, Sheriff, it won't be long now. Soon I will be king and England will be ours. Who was that?
I don't know, but that was quite a feat considering we're in a tower. But as you were saying, I agree. It looks as though all our hard work is about to pay off.
Your Majesty, urgent news! Robin Hood has escaped.
What? The knave escaped? This cannot be.
God, bring the Lady Marian to me at once.
Yes, Your Highness.
Worry not, Sheriff. You know he'll be here for the archery tournament tomorrow. We just need to make sure that the Lady Marian remains extremely unavailable to him.
You sent for me, O pimple on the face of humanity?
Yes, Marian, I sent for you. Your Robin Hood has escaped.
Oh, rapture and extreme satisfaction! Robin Hood, holder of my heart, has been set free! Now he can rescue me and save me from the evil clutches of Scab King and his faithful sidekick Blotch.
Don't count on it, dear girl. Until the tournament tomorrow, you will remain here, in the tower, heavily guarded at all times. We must see to it that you marry the sheriff, so that I can become king.
Yes, darling. It will be a grand party. All the most important people in the world will be our guests. See, I have the seating arrangements for the reception right here.
Oh, for goodness sakes, can't you do anything right? Look at the people at table 3.
What's wrong with table 3?
You've got Hitler sitting next to the Pope. That'll go over real big.
Then where do you suggest I put him?
Well, Hitler is a barbarian who strikes fear in the hearts of men. Put him next to your sister. They'll have a lot in common.
Don't pick on my sister.
So you see, dear niece, it's all arranged. The final preparations have already been made for the wedding.
May boils erupt upon your face like Mount Vesuvius.
Appreciate our hard work. You and the sheriff will be wed tomorrow as soon as he wins the archery tournament.
Well, yes. I imagine that would be your idea of a happy ending. But you and the sheriff have overlooked one small detail. The sheriff is only the second archer in all the land. It is Robin Hood who is the best archer in all the land. Why, from 500 feet away, he can split a hair growing out of a crusty mole on your little toe.
What is it with you and skin conditions?
Robin Hood will defeat you. Then England will once again belong to the people. And boy, oh boy, are they going to be mad at you.
No more. Guard, take her away.
May you both itch in places you cannot reach.
Curses, curses. Robin Hood, the best archer in all the land?
She's lying, Your Highness. Let the tournament take place. I'm sure I can beat him.
No, Sheriff, we cannot risk it. Everything we've accomplished is at stake. If Robin Hood wins, we're doomed. We must think of another plan. Tell me, what else are you good at?
Gee, I don't know offhand.
Can you fence?
Not really.
Joust?
Not well.
Come now, certainly there must be something else you can do.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I've been known to make a mean loaf of bread.
Well, that's very commendable, Sheriff, but at this point in the story, I do think a bake-off might be a tad anticlimactic, don't you?
Wait, yes! There's something at which I know I'm the very, very best. In this sport, I'm the incontestable champion. I've entered countless tournaments and I've always won. While Your Majesty, I'm sure Robin Hood could never compete with me. I'm sure of it.
Wonderful. Come, Sheriff, tell me of your secret talent as we make the necessary arrangements.
Plans, plots, and intrigue. It seems that evil never rests. And so, good folk, we return again to Sherwood Forest. Just when Robin and his merry men thought things were finally going right, a shocking message had just been sent away.
Bullseye, that's my 600th in a row. Prince John and the sheriff will rue the day they came against Robin Hood of Sherwood Forest. I am unbeatable.
Robin, a shocking message has just been sent your way.
Not now, townsgirl. I am posing.
Robin, this is really important.
Nothing could be more important than striking bullseye after bullseye.
Robin, they've changed the sport for the tournament.
What?
Listen, His Royal Highness hereby decrees that the game for the tournament be changed. What was once to be an archery tournament will now be a battle of bowling.
What? Give me that. Bowling? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. This is medieval England. You fence or you joust. You don't bowl.
Well, boss, it looks like the times, they are a-changin'.
But I can't be seen bowling. I'm a great character of literature, and great characters of literature don't bowl.
Maybe you could be the first. Then other great characters of literature will follow in your footsteps.
Oh, right. Yes, I'm sure someday you'll open up a novel and see Sherlock Holmes picking up a 7-10 split at Baker Street Bolorama. I don't think so.
It's okay, Robin. Remember? Good will always triumph over evil.
Little, I don't think you understand. I can't be seen bowling because I don't know how to bowl.
Oh, shock and disbelief!
It looks as though I'm going to fail the Lady Marian and the good people of England. I have fought so hard to help the poor, and now I face defeat. True, I may be brave, trustworthy, and kind, but alas, Merryman, I am no bowler.
Ah, Robin, things may not be as desperate as they seem.
Have you a suggestion, Townsgirl?
Better yet, I think I have the solution to the problem.
Then speak, for I listen with both ears.
Well, the tournament was changed because the sheriff and the prince discovered that you are the best archer in the land, no doubt.
No doubt.
So they picked something that the sheriff is the very best at, no doubt.
No doubt.
So they chose bowling for the sport because the sheriff is the very best bowler in all the land, no doubt.
No doubt. And your point is?
My point is, they missed one small detail in choosing the sport for the tournament. The sheriff of Nottingham may be a master bowler, but he's not the very best bowler there is. I am.
You? The greatest bowler in all the land?
Yep.
But how?
Well, I was considered one of the lowly poor. I was never allowed to play on any of the royal leagues. The sheriff and the prince have no idea that I'm the best bowler there is.
But Robin, this is wonderful news. The townsfolk can enter the tournament, she'll win the gold for the poor, and Marion won't have to marry the sheriff.
That's right.
Swell, you'll win the tournament, save the poor, and Marion won't have to marry the sheriff. Well, I guess I'm not the most important person in this play. You are. Congratulations. Well, I won't get in your way. Farewell to you all.
Robin, you don't mean to tell us that you're quitting. How can you quit when we've come this far? You can't abandon all of us that count on you.
For shame on me. You're right. I am not a quitter. I am Robin Hood, the most popular person in all the land. You should never give up a fight if you're fighting for what's right. Did you all get that? Yes. Good. Townsgirl, teach me how to bowl. Teach me now. That's an order.
No, Robin, I won't.
What do you mean? I said that's an order.
Robin, I'm your friend. You shouldn't order me around. If you want my help, you can ask for it nicely. Just because someone is popular doesn't mean they can order their friends around and boss them all over the place. Did you all get that? Good.
You're right. I have treated you badly. Townsgirl, will you please do me the honor of teaching me how to bowl?
It would be my pleasure, Robin Hood of Sherwood.
See, Merryman, even the most popular person in all the land must be humble at times. And as we all know, I possess thousands of praiseworthy qualities, but out of them all, humility is one of my finest.
He hasn't quite grasped the point yet, but hey, it's a start.
Merryman, I have a plan. I shall disguise myself and go to the tournament. Then, when I win, I shall declare the prince and sheriff traitors. At that point, I'll need your help. But until then, you are to hide in the trees.
Hide in the trees?
Yes, hide in the trees.
Robin, it's time to get to work. We only have one day to make you the greatest bowler in all the land.
Right you are, teacher. To work.
Robin was never one to back down from a challenge. He was determined to conquer the sport of bowling before dawn. As time passed, he listened carefully, memorized my every instruction. He embedded every rule of the game into his mind.
Townsgirl, I'm sure I've mastered the game of bowling. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I seize my rolling globe,
You take your bowling ball,
point it midway,
aim it center,
spin it down the aisle,
roll it down the lane,
and restrain it from the sewer.
stay on the gutter.
Precisely. Merryman, it is official. I'm an expert bowler.
Hooray!
Now watch and marvel as I knock down all the bobby pins.
Bowling pins! This is going to be a long night. Miss Technical Director, if you please, make the hands of time spin quickly. Bring us to the castle and day of the tournament.
Townsgirl, look, I required an extra.
You picked up a spare!
Good morrow to you all, good folk, and welcome to the first annual Bowling for the Hand of Lady Marion in Marriage Tournament. The crowd is the biggest we've ever seen here, and look, the royal family approaches. Why, here's the lovely Lady Marion. And the ruler of this land, the evil Prince John.
Boo hiss! Boo hiss!
I don't see your beloved Robin Hood, my dear. Perhaps he realized he's been outsmarted.
Don't count him out yet, oh bunion breath.
If I were you, I'd worry about where I'm going to start spending my honeymoon.
You know, the sheriff may not be as good a bowler as you think.
Strike for the sheriff.
So I got lucky.
Strike for the sheriff.
2 strikes doesn't mean I should start planning a honeymoon.
Another strike for the sheriff.
You know, I've heard it's lovely in Cancun this time of year. Oh, I cannot bear to watch this. Call me in when it's over. May hangnails create anarchy amongst your fingers and your toes.
What an unbelievable day is ahead of us. This Super Bowl of bowling will take place in none other than the Royal Castle itself. Why, just look at the beautiful grounds and lush landscape that surrounds us.
We look stupid. Are you sure this is what Robin meant when he said hide in the trees? Shush! We have to stay hidden until Robin's ready to do his plan. Why are you crying?
I am a baby bell.
Merryman, get in place. Remember, after I win the tournament, I'll confront the prince and sheriff. Your signal to come out of hiding will be when I declare them tyrants and thieves. Don't forget, the signal words are tyrants and thieves.
Tyrants and thieves!
Tyrants and thieves.
Good morrow to you, sir.
Good morrow.
I don't believe I've ever seen you around our kingdom before.
No, I'm not from around here.
Well, let me introduce myself. I'm the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
And your name?
My name?
Yes, your name. I assume you have one.
Yes, of course I have one. And my name is Dr. Scholl.
Physician. Well, best of luck to you, Doctor.
Yes, same to you, sir.
And now, let us wait in anticipation for the starting signal from the ruler of this land, the evil Prince John.
I declare the tournament to commence.
And what a thrill-a-minute tournament it turned out to be. 1,000 strikes were scored. But as time passed, bowlers began to drop out one by one. The sheriff and Dr. Scholl were the only 2 bowlers left in the game. And the way things were going, it looked like the prince was going to have to declare the tournament a hopeless tie.
Stop the tournament. I think our bowlers could use a small break. I declare a 2-minute timeout. Sheriff, what are we going to do? If you don't win soon, I shall have to declare the tournament a hopeless tie.
Sire, I don't know what to say. This Dr. Scholl is not a better bowler, but he is certainly just as good.
Oh, yes, he may be equal to you as a bowler, but can he match you in archery?
Archery? What do you mean?
You may not be able to beat Dr. Scholl with a bowling ball, but you can certainly beat him with a bow and arrow. Sheriff, watch in awe as I belch forth brilliance. Good people of England, these 2 master bowlers have reached a stalemate, so I've come up with an ingenious solution to end the tournament. The Sheriff and Dr. Scholl will each have 1 shot at a target with a bow and arrow. The best shot will be declared the winner. Good people of England, if you would like to see a 1-shot winner-take-all finish, let me know by a round of applause. Boy, they really like this idea. So be it. The people have chosen. Lady in waiting, bring me the target for the tie-breaking shot. Choose a tree.
No!
Remind me to have the gardener cut back on the miracle grow.
Excuse me, sire, but what should I do with this?
Good question. Oh, look, lady, there's a tree that isn't fleeing for its life in terror. Place the target on that one.
Yes, your most high upness.
I declare the tournament to recommence.
Shot number 1 will be taken by the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Bullseye!
You demand!
Shot number 2 will be taken by Dr. Scholl. Bullseye! Unbelievable! The doctor has spit the sheriff's arrow!
What? This can't be happening.
Dr. Scholl wins!
Yes, thank you. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Lady in waiting, alert Lady Mary that a winner has been declared.
Oh, I would love to. I'm sorry. Was I sitting down for 5 minutes?
Dr. Scholl, congratulations. I hereby name you champion of the tournament. First, allow me to reward your victory with 1,000 gold pieces. And now, it would be my pleasure to present to you the grand prize of the day, the hand of Lady Marian in marriage. Lady Marian, meet the winner of the tournament.
I don't care. I shall never marry him.
He's defeated all competitors and wins your hand in marriage.
I don't care. I shall never marry him.
Lady Marian, meet your future husband, Dr. Scholl.
I don't care. I shall never.
He's a doctor?
Congratulations to you both.
Dear lady, I cannot deceive you any longer. There is something you must know.
What is it?
The truth is, I am not a real doctor.
You're a chiropractor?
No, I mean, my name is not Dr. Scholl.
It isn't?
Not at all. My real name is Robin Hood of Sherwood Forest.
What?
Can this be? Robin Hood, winner of my hand in marriage? Indeed, my lady, and now I have another promise to keep. A promise to free the people of England from the hands of 2 men who are villainous and deceitful.
Now, Robin?
No, not yet. The poor will have a voice again. I'll liberate them from captors who are corrupt and sinister.
Now, Robin?
No, not yet.
Villainous? Sinister? Such strong words you use, outlaw. I would like you to know that the sheriff and I would rather be referred to as morally challenged.
I agree. Ring to it.
Morally challenged? Ha! How you find ways to hide the truth. The plain fact of the matter is, you, Prince John, and you, Sheriff of Nottingham, are nothing more than tyrants and thieves. I said the prince and sheriff are nothing more than tyrants and thieves. What? Doesn't anyone work for minimum wage anymore? Now! Aha! Behold our might, evildoers. Watch as we battle you to defeat.
Battle us? They want to battle us. Oh, that's good. That's very good, Robin Hood. If you and your 2 merry men and their oh so dangerous spoons
Oh, save me from the spoons!
think that they can overpower my military forces of 12,000, well, what can I say but be my guest?
Excuse me? Did you say 12,000? Yes, and that's without the Navy.
You know, as representative of the Merryman Union, local chapter 908, may I say I am really glad you brought that up.
Please, men, if freedom for England means we fight to the death, then we fight to the death.
If it's death you want, it's death you shall have, Robin Hood. I don't care who has won what. I am ruler here, and I will become king. I decree that Marian will marry the sheriff today. But first, we will have a beheading.
Your Highness, why don't we have 3 beheadings? We wouldn't want anyone to feel left out.
Excellent suggestion, Sheriff. Call the guards and the executioners. Cut off their heads.
Off with our heads? That could be fatal!
You know, if I get beheaded, I want a raise.
Knock it off! Where is your spirit, Merryman? We must stand here and fight for what is right. Prince, bring forth your armies. Pummel us with your weapons. Our blood indeed may be spilled, but we are devoted to our cause.
So be it!
Your Highness, the guards approach.
Guards of the Royal Army, I command you to attack!
All right, Merryman, scatter!
Just one moment. There will be no battle today.
Peasant, what do you think you're doing? How dare you interrupt the battle?
Stop it! In my hand I hold a message from the king.
Liar! Liar, liar, tights on fire. This cannot be. King Richard is hundreds of miles away, and you were standing here no more than 2 minutes ago. You couldn't possibly have a message from the king.
Tell me, Highness, have you ever heard of fade out and segue to the next scene?
No.
Well, it's this wonderful effect that can be achieved with the help of our friend, Miss Technical Director.
They're all mad, sire.
No, not at all. Miss Technical Director can fade out a person of her choice and put them in any location she pleases.
It's true! I've tried it on occasion. It's really quite a hoot.
I asked her to take me to the royal campgrounds. There, I told King Richard of our critical situation, and he quickly gave me this decree to give to you, Robin.
At long last, good people of England, hear the words of your king. I, King Richard, King of all England, command the following proclamation come to pass. First, I decree that the tax money which was stolen by my brother John, the Sheriff of Nottingham, be rightfully returned to the people of England. Hooray! I next decree that the hand of my dear niece, the Lady Marian, be given in marriage to Robin Hood of Sherwood Forest. Hooray! As reward for their bravery, I enlist the Merrymen into the King's Royal Guards, thus boosting their salaries substantially above minimum wage. Hooray! I proclaim that Our Lady-in-Waiting be named as the Kingdom's emergency broadcast system, because every time she screams, I can hear it here in Istanbul. Hooray! No! In honor of the townsgirl and her monumental loyalty to the throne, I declare that bowling become the national sport of England. Hooray!
What? I like bowling.
In regard to the Sheriff of Nottingham,
Well, you're on your own.
I terminate him from the position of sheriff effective immediately. Then I banish him from England forever. Hooray! And as for my jealous and conniving brother, the evil Prince John, boo hiss, boo hiss! I declare him officially disowned from the royal family. From this day forward, his title will be only that of John, the character formerly known as Prince. I now join my royal army en route back home to England. But until my arrival, I declare that Robin Hood of Sherwood rule in my absence. I place my beloved country in his trusted hands. Hooray!
Give me that. I don't believe a word of this.
Nor do I. This is just a scheme to make us surrender our power.
The sheriff is right. Do you actually expect us to believe that some mystery person hidden in the dark can transport us from one place to the other, and she does this by flashing magic lights? This is all a trick to fool us. Well, it's not going to work. And there's nothing you can do to make us believe this wild tale. Do you understand me? Nothing, I say.
Oh, really? Miss Technical Director, if you please. All right, everyone, take cover.
What's happening?
Highness, I feel funny.
sure. She said something about putting them to a bad community theater production of Cats. I have no idea what that means, but she thought it was hysterical.
Merryman, the first thing I would like to do as temporary ruler of this country is...
Wait, let me guess. Put up a statue of yourself to honor your popularity?
No,
Write all your good deeds in the history books.
no.
Fly a flag with your name on it because you're the most important person in this play.
No, but that's good. The first thing I would like to do is thank you, Merryman, and you too, Townsgirl, and of course, Ms. Technical Director, for without your help, I would have not have been able to save England. I am most fortunate to have you as friends.
Wow. Oh, Robin, that was lovely.
That was humility. It's one of my finest qualities, you know.
Bravo, my love.
Robin, it's time to follow one of the king's decrees and have a wedding.
A wedding! Oh, happy day! Oh, happy day indeed. Would you stand up for me, O Merryman of Sherwood?
Sure would.
Good lady in waiting, would you do me the pleasure of being my maiden of honor?
Oh, I would love to, but I am not wearing one of those seafoam green dresses with the gladiola coming out of my shoulder, so you can get that out of your head right now.
She said yes.
Good. The good people of England will once again flourish in health and prosperity. This experience has taught us all a few good lessons of life, especially me. Now, with great pleasure, I say, Ms. Technical Director, take us all to the church. Farewell to you all, good people of England. May you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. Are you ready, Merryman?
Ready, Robin.
Very well then, scatter! What does the fox say? Ding 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 a ding a ding ding ding. Ding ding a ding a ding ding ding. Ding 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 a ding a ding ding What's the fox say? We need to bow. We need to bow. We need to bow. What's the fox say? Clap for the light sky. Clap for the light sky. Clap for the light sky. What does the fox say? We need to bow. We need to bow. We need to bow. What's the fox say? Scatter!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming tonight. And right now I would like to welcome the cast back on stage. And we have some special people to thank. This show took a lot of work and a lot of special people to be a part of it. So the cast and I would like to thank those that were a part of the play. If you are here tonight and I call your name, please come join us on the stage. Diana Wing. Bob Scroggins. Destiny Hebert.
Ms. Technical Director!
Lee Williams. Don Williams. for all of your work. Let's give it a round of applause for all of our
Thank you.